And welcome to part 2 of your tutorial. Um, Anyways, where were we? Okay, you didn't attack him here, well, and you didn't move away far enough, so you're kind of damage controlling. Like I said, you don't really like to pick up boost, and you don't really like to play with boost. Unfortunate. You're giving him too much space. You should have attacked him at least twice by now. This is not going in, and you're doing the classic prospect thing where you go under the ball and then wait in the goal. So this is again a problem with your angles, boy. You need a protractor. So being here with this shot when it's not going in, the worst thing you can do is be here. You'll just get fucked because you'll stop here. You won't have any speed. You'll watch him have speed and going for the shot. So with prospects, there's a 50-50 chance you'll miss because he's stupid and bad and like you, and just does not know what the fuck he's doing. So there's a 50-50 chance he'll fuck up the backboard rebound shot. That's a nice car, I guess. And you don't really want to gamble in this game. So what you do here is you pick up an angle that you can actually defend this kind of shot. So instead of going into the goal, you go here. So if it bounces off the backboard into the middle, you can see it happening. You can get speed. Well, you can because you don't have any boost. You don't like boost. But theoretically, you could get speed, and you can see the ball going all the way from here to here, and it's never above you, so it never confuses the shit out of you. So I'm guessing this will be a goal anyway because you have no boost. He misses it. See, 50-50. You're not attacking him. You should have attacked him. Okay, you did good, but you should be attacking more. There's no, don't challenge the ball when it's in the corner. This is the corner. Even though it's not in the corner right now, it's going towards him. That's even worse, to be honest. And you're always going to lose this. Why? If you look at where his car is, he is physically stopping the ball from going towards anywhere where you want it. So it's either going to go off the wall to your side, it's going to go off him onto your side. It's just never going to go into his goal. It will always go into your goal, or you will just whiff and then have a poor recovery. So don't challenge balls in corners, but do challenge more often. Think of the best way to challenge your opponent. Try to get him as the ball is furthest away from his car. Try to do a good 50-50, which means being as fast as you can and hitting it with your nose. And just try them. Don't be afraid to go for challenges. Being afraid to do something will limit your possibility of learning new stuff. So always go for things and always try. Kickoffs are very important in 1v1s. So if you can learn how to do fast, strong kickoffs, you can basically win games just off of that. You should probably be further away from this ball so that you can be a danger to your opponent. Let's go over that theory, yeah? So right now you're quite far away from it, which is good. If you turn off ball cam, you will see him not being in position to challenge this ball. If you turn your car like this, so you're kind of pointing at his goal, at this distance from the ball while being closer to the ball than he is, you will be a danger to him, and he'll be afraid to challenge you, especially when the ball is bouncing this high. If the ball is bouncing this high, it means it has a lot of energy, and it means you can hit it very hard towards his goal, which will be, they'll be afraid of this. So your angle is bad. First, you always want your car to line up with the ball and the goal, and not just with the ball like it kind of is right now. It is, yeah, okay, it's kind of, so you want to be on a distance like this, so your camera is somewhere around here, and you see the ball, and your car is here, so he will be afraid to attack you, and then you just wait the ball to bounce lower. I don't get this about prospect. They're always afraid that their opponent will do something spooky. Imagine yourself in his position. How often would you think the opponent that's next to the ball won't just hit it blindly into your goal and you won't panic? This is the thing. The other prospects think similarly to you, so you have to think differently. You have to think, okay, the ball is bouncing very high, I'm closer to it, he'll be afraid of a shot. And you can abuse this. You can wait for it to bounce lower until you can start a dribble with it. And dribbles is what well, you can actually shoot from here. Shooting wouldn't be a bad idea because you are challengers, and not challengers. You are prospects, and any shot that's basically high and towards the goal is a goal. That was just a mechanical, very poor dribble. You don't ever, and I mean ever, want to hit the ball towards your own goal. Especially not when it's on his roof, for fuck's sake. You don't ever want to pass him the ball as well, like you just did. It's better to just go around the ball and yeah, meet it and hit it towards the wall, not your goal. You challenging in the corner, not good. You're not. You faked him, but then you fucked yourself completely. You're doing this again. Bad. You're shooting this instead of dribbling it. Bad. He passed you the ball. Smart. You should really calm the fuck down, man. You should really stop hitting the ball. And you okay. Let's just jump into free play. I think I've seen enough. Your problems are pretty much the same as with every prospect. You don't know when to challenge, so do your thing and challenge when you rationally think is the best time to challenge, and just go for it and learn from your mistakes. Shooting wise, you just need to become a lot better at dribbling and shooting. First lesson is, I guess, try to stay on the ground as much as you can. If you think you're losing control, back off a little, calm down, watch where your opponent is. If you have information, there's nothing to be afraid of. So fearing the unexpected is good. It's human. Fear of the unknown, I think it's called. So fear of the unknown is good. It's human. So make sure you do know what your opponent is doing, so that you don't have to be in fear. Try to learn the bounce dribble with the I don't know what's with you and prospects wanting to play with low cars all the time, but with low car like your own, just try to keep the ball bouncing low. This is kind of too low for my car because Octane has high elevation and is quite tall, so it's quite easy to get those high bounce dribbles. Anyways, bounce dribble technique, you hit it left and right like this with the front part of your car. When looking at top down, you want to hit it with the front part. If you're using boost to bounce dribble, you should stop boosting just before you hit the ball so that the touch is light. This is how you can still maintain a fast dribble. Well, not you. This is how I can maintain a fast dribble while not losing control of the ball. It's the light touches, but fast light touches. So bounce dribbling technique, I just told you, I just showed you, is basically this. I'm using a lot of the handbrakes, but I'm just kind of tapping it when moving to the left and right. You'll notice because of my low camera stiffness, every time my camera is kind of falling behind my car, it's kind of, yeah, it's kind of like a kid trying to run behind an adult. It's kind of falling behind. So you'll notice when my camera is doing that, like right now, I'm using drift as opposed to when I'm just turning. So I usually just tap the handbrake every now and then. It makes it a lot easier, and I suggest you start learning how to use the handbrake and learn it to use more. Shots like this are great. So I teach you that when bounce dribbling, you should always go for height, especially in prospect level. If you can, before going into the next 1v1 game, I want you to learn how to consistently keep the ball bouncing and keep the ball going to the direction you want. It will take a lot of time, And until you do that, I suggest you playing with a friend and trying to 1v1 him, because it's kind of like it's kind of controlled environment. So ask your friend to play with you. They learn something, you learn something. So only do that after you know you can bounce dribble. Bounce dribbles are very useful. You can finish the bounce dribbles by flicking, like I just did, and I just did again. You can finish the dribble by doing that, or you can finish it by shooting, which is you wait for the ball to bounce, and to do a power shot. I don't know if you watch a tutorial on it. If you want to do a power shot, you just hit it right after it bounces. But if you want to do a high shot, you do it when the ball is at its peak height. So this is how you get a lot of height on the ball. You bounce dribble like I told you. So you just let boost go before touching the ball to make a light touch. You get under the ball after it bounces. So it will bounce now, and I'll get under it, and I'll just jump. And these shots are kind of OP in everywhere. It actually I can get into a Grand Champion game, and when I'm dribbling, I can just wait for it to bounce highest, and just using only height, I can beat someone in a dribble. So there's that. You can also learn how to keep the ball on your car, which is quite useful and quite scary, to be honest, for your opponents, not for you. You can only be afraid of a dunk, but if you're driving in a straight line, it's a problem only when you're driving in a straight line. If you're kind of moving from left to the right while having it on your roof, you don't have much to worry about, because like I said before, if you move a bit to the left, you'll start seeing the part of the goal you don't see. Mentioning that, I remember to show you how to do the kickoff. That was terrible, my bad. Let me try again. So we're starting from here. Okay. So you want to go like this, and I can almost see the middle of the goal, which is enough. If a car is there and it's stationary, I know the opponent is not going for the ball, so I can just hit it high on the kickoff. 50-50s are the single most important thing in Rocket League. Sorry, not in Rocket. Well, in Rocket League could be, I guess, but definitely in 1v1s. So how to practice 50-50s are kickoffs. So your to-do list on kickoffs is learning first and foremost your dodge reach. So after boosting for how long, how far does your dodge take you? So for example, that's how far my dodge took me. And if we do it from a stationary position, so let's look at this line where my back wheels are, and let's look at this line, the white line in front of my car. It gets me over it quite a bit. So try to learn the reach of the dodge and how far does it take you, so that you don't dodge too late, then dodge on top of the ball like I just did on purpose. So your to-do list is to use little boost and then dodge and then use boost again. Your to-do list also includes being supersonic, and your to-do list includes hitting the ball with your nose and jumping as late as possible. So like that. Practice 50-50s on kickoffs, and of course try to challenge at smart times, when you have boost, when the opponents don't have a lot of speed, when they're prospects so that they don't know how to dribble. Just attack them and try to get the ball away from them. If you make a mistake and you lose the 50-50, try to analyze where it went wrong. If you won the 50-50, try to analyze where it went right, and mimic it, and use and do what you did right until your opponent adapts, or until you die, I guess. So there's that. 50-50. I can learn you how to shadow, but shadowing is basically staying close enough to your opponent so that you can do a 50-50 and you can tackle him or challenge him, but also staying far enough from your opponent so that if he does shoot or flick the ball, you have enough distance to make a save. This is pretty much it from me. Your biggest mistake for mechanical, the biggest tip I have about your game is you should try more. New stuff, like when to challenge, how to challenge. The biggest tip I had is don't challenge in corners. Stay on the ground more. Don't do panic dodges into the ball. Those are never gonna work. If you don't know what to do, try to stay calm. Try to not to panic, and try to see what rationally what your choices are. And if you feel ever like tilting in a game, you have to realize that what you're doing is tilting. You're getting angry. You're getting frustrated, and try to just keep positive. Never tell yourself that you're shit at the game. Um, because you're always going to get better at the game. So you're not shit at the game. Never tell yourself that you're shit at the game. Never tell yourself that you have to lose, that you cannot win. You can always win. You can always come back. You can. This is possible because it's Rocket League. Everything is possible, on any level of skill. So never give up. And I hope this helps. And I'll see you. Bye bye.